7. Serious harms of pineapple to health you won't believe. Have you ever eaten a piece of pineapple and then felt discomfort in your stomach or experienced strange reactions that you could not explain? You might think it was just a coincidence or that your stomach was upset, but in reality, some of pineapple's effects on the body can happen quietly without you noticing, especially if you are in a sensitive health condition such as being pregnant, having stomach problems, or having allergies. According to statistics from the American Institute of Clinical Medicine, there are thousands of serious reactions each year related to improper pineapple consumption. Many people once believed that because pineapple is just a fruit, it must be harmless. However, pineapple can cause many severe reactions such as anaphylactic shock, acid reflux, food poisoning, or even uterine contractions leading to miscarriage if not consumed carefully. Today, I will share with you 7 more dangerous side effects of pineapple that very few people pay attention to. This information is not meant to scare you, but to help you be more proactive in protecting your health each day. And stomach pain and cramps. One of the most common reactions after eating pineapple is stomach pain, slight cramping in the lower abdomen, or bloating with fatigue. If you have ever felt discomfort or rumbling in your stomach after a meal with pineapple, you might be sensitive to bromelain, an enzyme found in ripe pineapple. Bromelain helps break down protein and supports digestion when eaten with protein-rich meals. However, the same property can irritate the stomach lining if you eat pineapple on an empty stomach or in large amounts. In some cases, this enzyme can cause the stomach to contract more intensely to handle the acids and broken down proteins, resulting in sharp pain, lower abdominal cramps, or mild diarrhea. According to a report from Tufts University School of Medicine, about 8% of adults are sensitive to bromelain without knowing it, especially in older adults, where the stomach lining is thinner and digestive secretions decrease over time. This reaction becomes more likely. Many people mistake the stomach pain after eating pineapple for symptoms of ulcers or digestive disorders, leading to incorrect medication use or unnecessary prolonged discomfort. For people with a history of stomach pain, acid reflux, or intestinal inflammation, eating raw pineapple, especially on an empty stomach, may further damage the digestive lining and trigger strong contractions. Common symptoms include nausea, bloating, mild vomiting, or liquid stools in mild cases. Symptoms may resolve within hours, but if they happen frequently, you should seek medical attention. To reduce the risk, eat pineapple after a main meal when your stomach already has food to buffer the acids and enzymes. Cooked or steamed pineapple also reduces bromelain activity, making it safer for sensitive stomachs. Another helpful tip is to eat it with neutral foods like rice or porridge, or drink warm water afterward to soothe the digestive lining. If you often feel tired or have mild stomach pain after eating pineapple without knowing why, do not ignore it. Try monitoring when and how you eat pineapple, your health status beforehand, and the way it is prepared. In many cases, just changing how you eat pineapple can help you enjoy its flavor without worrying about that dull pain in your belly. 2. Severe anaphylactic shock. Among all the side effects of pineapple, the most dangerous is anaphylactic shock. This is a sudden allergic reaction throughout the body that can be life-threatening if not treated promptly. What is frightening is that it does not take much pineapple to trigger it. Just a few small pieces are enough to put sensitive individuals into a state of emergency. Anaphylaxis results from a massive release of histamines and inflammatory substances in the bloodstream when the immune system mistakenly sees a harmless compound like bromelain in pineapple as a serious threat. The consequences are severe and widespread, including swollen lips, facial and neck swelling, wheezing, chest tightness, rapid heartbeat, low blood pressure, and in many cases, dizziness or unconsciousness within minutes. According to the U.S. National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, Thousands of people are hospitalized each year due to food-related anaphylaxis. And pineapple is one of the most commonly reported fruits. While this number is small compared to the total number of people who eat pineapple, it should not be ignored, especially in older adults whose immune systems are weaker and may react unexpectedly. It is important to know that anaphylaxis does not always happen immediately. Some reactions occur 30 minutes to 1 hour later, making it hard to link symptoms to the pineapple. Early signs like body itching, red rashes, hoarseness, or shortness of breath are often underestimated. But the condition can escalate rapidly. People with a history of food allergies, allergic rhinitis, asthma, or family members who have experienced anaphylaxis are at high risk of cross-reacting with bromelain in pineapple. So if you feel short of breath, flushed skin, a rapid pulse, or dizziness after eating pineapple, treat it as a serious warning. In such cases, seek help immediately or go to the nearest medical facility. A good preventive measure is to try only a small amount if you have never eaten pineapple or suspect an allergy. Those diagnosed with anaphylaxis risk should carry antihistamines or an epinephrine injector prescribed by a doctor when traveling or eating out, and never hesitate to decline pineapple if you feel unsure. Prevention is always better than facing danger. Burning mouth syndrome. Have you ever eaten pineapple and then felt your tongue burn as if you had eaten chili? Or experienced a tingling, itchy sensation in your mouth that lasted for hours? If so, you may have experienced a reaction known as burning mouth syndrome. This is not a rare condition. Yet many people mistake it for a canker sore or vitamin deficiency, when in fact, the real cause is bromelain combined with the strong acids present in fresh pineapple. Burning mouth syndrome is a condition where the mouth, especially the tongue, feels hot, irritated, or numb without any visible wounds. It happens when the oral mucosa becomes overly stimulated, slightly damaging the sensory nerve endings in the tongue, gums, or throat for individuals with thin or already inflamed oral mucosa. Even a few pieces of fresh pineapple can trigger a burning sensation that may last for hours or even an entire day. Pineapple contains a large amount of citric acid, and bromelain is a protein-digesting enzyme that can break down epithelial cells in the mouth. This weakens the tongue's natural protective layer and exposes the sensitive nerve endings underneath. As a result, you may feel tingling, slight numbness, burning, or even a temporary loss of taste. According to a study from McGill University in Canada, burning mouth syndrome is commonly found in women over 50 years old, especially those going through menopause. Hormonal changes reduce moisture in the mouth and make the tongue's nerves more sensitive to irritation from food. Pineapple, with its strong acids and enzymes, is often mentioned as a leading trigger in such food reactions. If this happens repeatedly, it can cause anxiety, poor appetite, and difficulty chewing or swallowing, which then directly affects your nutrition and overall health. In more serious cases, the burning feeling can persist for a whole week, accompanied by fatigue or temporary loss of taste. To prevent burning mouth, you can apply some simple methods such as soaking pineapple slices in light salt water for about 10 minutes before eating, choosing ripe, sweet pineapple, and removing the core completely, as that part contains the highest amount of bromelain. Avoid eating pineapple when you have mouth sores or immediately after brushing your teeth, since at that time your enamel and mucosa are especially sensitive. If you feel a burning mouth after eating pineapple, rinse gently with warm water or use saline solution to soothe the mucosa. If symptoms do not improve after 24 hours, or if there is swelling, redness, or ongoing pain, consult an ear, nose, and throat or dental specialist for timely treatment. 4. Cross-allergy reactions from pollen. One unexpected reaction to pineapple that few people are aware of is cross-allergy reactions. These occur not because of the fruit itself, but because the body mistakes it for something it has previously reacted to, such as pollen. This is especially common in people with a history of pollen allergies, particularly to grass pollen, birch pollen, or spring season pollens. Cross-allergy reactions happen when the immune system identifies proteins in pineapple that are structurally similar to those found in pollen. So when you eat pineapple, your body mistakes it for the original allergen and launches an exaggerated immune response. Symptoms may be mild, like itchy mouth, sore throat, or swollen lips, or more serious, such as nasal congestion, dry cough, shortness of breath, or chest tightness. According to the European Journal of Clinical Immunology, about 35% of people with pollen allergies are likely to have cross-reactions with one or more foods, and pineapple is among the most frequently reported triggers. Older adults who have long dealt with allergic rhinitis or chronic sinusitis are especially prone to react to pineapple, even if they previously ate it without any issues. This makes many people wrongly assume they are still fine with pineapple, but in fact, cross-reactions can appear at any time when the immune system becomes more sensitive, especially during periods of fatigue, sleep deprivation, or sudden weather changes. Sometimes, just one pineapple smoothie on a hot summer afternoon can cause a scratchy throat or wheezing that lasts for hours. It is important to note that cross-reactions do not happen every time you eat pineapple. They may only show up occasionally, which makes them easy to overlook or misdiagnose. Therefore, if you have a pollen allergy and suddenly experience strange symptoms like throat irritation, nasal congestion, or mild breathing difficulty after eating pineapple, take note and monitor carefully. To reduce the risk, try cooked pineapple instead of raw, as heat changes the protein structure and lowers the chance of cross-allergy reactions. Avoid eating pineapple during high pollen seasons, like early spring or early autumn, if needed. Talk to an allergy specialist to get tested and identify which foods may trigger cross-reactions in your body. 5. Increased risk of acid reflux and stomach pain if eaten on an empty stomach. One common mistake many people make when eating pineapple is consuming it on an empty stomach, or right after waking up without having breakfast. This may seem harmless or even feel like a body cleanse, but it can lead to uncomfortable consequences, especially in middle-aged or older individuals with sensitive digestive systems. Fresh pineapple, with its high natural acid content and strong bromelain enzyme, should not be eaten on an empty stomach. When you eat pineapple while your stomach is empty, the natural acids in the fruit come into direct contact with the stomach lining, which has not been buffered by any food. This can cause stomach irritation, bloating, nausea, or mild dizziness. For those with a history of gastritis, ulcers, or acid reflux, the effects can be more serious. The sudden increase in stomach acid may trigger reflux into the esophagus, causing chest burning, sour burps, and throat discomfort. According to a study published by Harvard Medical School, around 65% of people with gastroesophageal reflux disease reported that they felt worse after eating acidic fruits. And pineapple was among the top triggers. Most of these individuals also had the habit of eating fruit before meals, especially in the morning. Bromelain in pineapple, though helpful for digestion, can irritate the stomach lining and cause excessive acid secretion if consumed without other foods. This results in stomach rumbling, mild nausea, or irregular bowel movements. Many people assume they have a pineapple intolerance or cold stomach, but the real issue lies in the timing of their consumption. The solution is simple: eat pineapple 30 to 60 minutes after a main meal, when the stomach is already lined with neutral foods like rice, vegetables, or light protein. This allows bromelain to work better while protecting the stomach lining from acid. You can also prepare pineapple by lightly grilling it, simmering with ginger, or cooking it in sour soup to preserve the flavor while reducing its acidity. If you often feel chest burning or burping after eating pineapple, especially in the early morning or late at night, it could be a sign that your stomach is irritated. Do not overlook the feeling of stomach sting. It is the silent way your digestive system is warning you. 6. Increased risk of miscarriage if consumed in excess during pregnancy. Pineapple is a fruit loved by many women for its sweet taste, juiciness, and refreshing sensation. However, for pregnant women, especially during the first trimester, consuming large amounts of fresh pineapple can pose serious risks that not everyone is aware of. The most concerning risk is the stimulation of uterine contractions, which can lead to miscarriage. The main cause lies in the compound bromelain found in pineapple. Particularly concentrated in the core, bromelain has the ability to soften tissues and break down proteins, which is beneficial for digestion and reducing inflammation. However, when consumed in high amounts, bromelain can affect the uterus, causing the smooth muscles in the uterine wall to contract more strongly. During early pregnancy, when the embryo has not yet firmly attached to the uterine wall, these contractions can lead to spontaneous miscarriage, according to documentation from the United States National Institute of Nutrition. Consuming more than 250 to 300 grams of fresh pineapple per day during the first trimester may significantly increase the risk of uterine contractions. Of course, not everyone who eats pineapple will experience complications. However, for those with a history of premature birth, early uterine contractions, or previous miscarriage, the risk is very real. Many pregnant women eat pineapple to relieve nausea or to cleanse the body without realizing that it may backfire. Pineapple is highly acidic, and when eaten on an empty stomach, it can increase nausea, stimulate stomach acid, and worsen fatigue or discomfort. Some also make smoothies using unfiltered fresh pineapple juice, which results in bromelain being absorbed almost fully. So how much is considered safe? Experts recommend that if you are pregnant and still want to eat pineapple, limit your intake to under 100 grams per serving. And do not eat it every day. Also, choose fully ripened pineapple. Soak it in salt water before eating, and avoid the core, as that is where the enzyme concentration is highest. If you experience unusual signs after eating pineapple, such as lower abdominal pain, light spotting, cramps, or lower backache, stop eating it and contact your doctor for evaluation. Natural foods are not inherently dangerous when used correctly. The same applies to pineapple for pregnant women, especially in the first trimester. Caution should always come first. A well-balanced diet that includes leafy greens, soft fruits, and easy-to-digest meals is better than relying on a single type of food just because it tastes good. 7. Food poisoning risk from moldy or bruised pineapple. One common habit that many people overlook when buying or eating pineapple is failing to thoroughly inspect the fruit before cutting and consuming it. Some people see a small bruise on the pineapple and simply cut off that part, thinking the rest is still safe to eat. However, this is actually very dangerous. Pineapple is among the fruits that are highly prone to mold and bacterial contamination, especially a mold called Candida tropicalis, which can cause severe food poisoning if not detected early. Unlike fruits with thick skins, pineapples have porous, eye-covered skins and often grow close to the ground, making them highly susceptible to moisture, bruising, and mold spores during transportation. Even small bruises on the outside can be entry points for microorganisms to penetrate deep into the fruit. If you consume pineapple contaminated with Candida or other types of mold, you may experience symptoms such as diarrhea, stomach cramps, rashes, fatigue, or in more severe cases, intense nausea and prolonged itching. According to a report from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Over 40% of fruit-related food poisoning cases stem from improper storage. Pineapple is among the top fruits with high contamination rates. This is especially dangerous for older adults with weakened immune systems or those taking antibiotics, as eating moldy pineapple can lead to prolonged digestive disturbances and affect liver or kidney function. Even more concerning is that many types of mold have no noticeable smell or taste once they have spread inside the fruit. It becomes very difficult to detect them by eye. Some pineapples may appear fresh on the outside, but their core has already been compromised by bacteria, tricking people into thinking they are safe to eat. Moreover, simply cutting off the bruised area and keeping the rest does not guarantee you have removed the contaminated part completely. To prevent this, choose pineapples with intact crowns, firm skins, and no unusual smells or soft spots. Avoid pre-cut pineapple if you are unsure how it was stored. Before cutting, rinse the entire fruit under running water. Use a soft brush to clean the eyes, and soak in light salt water for about 5 minutes to lightly disinfect it. If you detect a sour smell, a mushy core, or grayish-black streaks inside the pineapple, it is best to throw it away and not take the risk. Health is precious, and sometimes just one piece of contaminated fruit can make you feel sick for days. Especially if you are elderly or have a sensitive digestive system, do not trade convenience for unnecessary risk. Take a few minutes to carefully inspect and store pineapple the right way to protect yourself and your loved ones. We often think that natural fruits are always healthy and can be eaten freely, but through the information shared in both parts of this video, you have probably realized that even a familiar fruit like pineapple can carry many health risks if consumed incorrectly or if it does not suit your body's condition. Risks such as stomach pain, allergies, acid reflux, anaphylaxis, or even miscarriage are not rare and can quietly affect those who are unaware. Pineapple is not bad. In fact, when used correctly, it is an excellent source of vitamin C, beneficial for digestion, immunity, and skin health. But like any food, the dosage and method of consumption determine whether pineapple will be a friend to your health or a source of unwanted complications. The important message I want to share with you today is very simple. Listen to your body. If you have ever eaten pineapple and felt tongue burn, stomach discomfort, itching, or nausea, do not ignore it. Remember that reaction. Adjust your portion. Change your preparation method, or consult a doctor if you have underlying conditions, are pregnant, or are on long-term medication. Just a small change in eating habits can help you avoid many unnecessary risks. And if you found today's content helpful, do not forget to click like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss future videos. In upcoming episodes, I will continue to share insights about familiar foods we consume every day, which sometimes come with surprising facts that few people notice. Are you eating pineapple every week? Have you ever experienced any of the symptoms mentioned in this video? Please leave a comment below and share your health journey. I am always ready to listen and join you in finding the best ways to eat safely, healthily, and in harmony with your body's needs at every stage of life. Wishing you good health, peace, and control over the health challenges you are facing. See you again in the next videos, where we will continue discovering more smart eating habits and healthy living tips, tailored to your age and condition.